Thanks, everybody. I'm Jody Glidden, founder of Postilize. I think everybody has seen the impact of AI, at least the start of it. Jensen, the founder of NVIDIA, he believes that it's going to have a massive impact primarily on revenue and earnings of companies, and we're already starting to see that in a lot of companies. Law firms, I think, are especially able to take advantage of a lot of this. But a little bit about myself and our team and what we're trying to do. So I was the founder of a bunch of, I'm 51 years old, so I did my first tech company in the early 90s and then the late 90s, and then I did Chalk Media, and then I founded one of the bigger legal tech companies called IntraHive in 2010, still going. We signed 50 of the top 100 law firms. We are probably by seats the biggest ERM provider in the world. We have almost 500,000 users on IntraHive. And really what we were trying to do there is help the world's largest, and really any law firm, accounting firm, consulting firm, anyone where relationships matter. We were trying to help them understand those relationships because everybody knows that the strength of the relationship in these firms leads to more business. But what I found is there was a big problem with that. When you give people a bunch of data, that's pretty good, but then you have to tell 1,000 people what to do with it, or maybe more. In the case of PwC, we had 100,000 users. So when generative AI came about, I thought, my mind just went wild about all the things that we could do. I thought about the practice of law, but mainly I thought back to, again, the business of law, because really, to me, that's where I've been in the last 15 years, is how do we help them generate more money? And one of the biggest problems seemed to be share of wallet. We would talk to really large firms, some of the biggest firms in the world, and they would say that between 3 and 13 firms were being used by their biggest clients. I'm friends with the general counsel at Jewel, and he said that he gives out billions of dollars in litigation money to a bunch of different firms. And when I asked him, how does he do it, he said, well, sometimes it's by specialty, but sometimes it's just whoever I spoke to last. And I know from my own experience going up through the ranks at IntraHive when we grew the company up through to Series C when private equity came in, the bigger we got, the more firms hunted me. And we'd get invited to ski trips, and we'd get invited to, all of these different things. But what would happen is my attorney, who I'd been working with for many, many years, he knows my daughter. He's always constantly reaching out every time we do a podcast, every time something, we win an award. He's the first person to say, hey, congratulations, that's amazing. How's your daughter doing? Happy birthday, whatever it is. Hey, do you need any help on this executive that just left? He's just on the ball, right? Which is really, really difficult to do at scale. So when you look at industries, there's differentiated industries, like where it's very easy to say, this phone is different from this phone. And then there's less differentiated industries, right? Like, how does a customer know the difference between one am law firm and another, or one giant accounting firm or another, and so on? And that's where relationships really matter. So we created a new thing, which is the next generation of ERM called proactive relationship management, because it's fully autonomous relationship building. It's proactive. We needed something that could be adopted by everybody and something that is personal, because it can't sound like AI. So the first thing we needed to do is make sure that we could really help you guys understand the relationships of all your most important clients and prospects. What it does is it ingests all the information about relationships, about when your clients move to a new company. You don't want to find out 2 months later, you want to find out now, today. When relationships drop because they've been ignored, when somebody all of a sudden comes into wealth, and a whole bunch of different events, PitchBook, Crunchbase, and all sorts of other things. And then we help you do something about it. We write the emails, we write the LinkedIn messages, and so on, and we queue them up, hand them to you on a platter, and you can just hit approve. This is really what it is. It's turned to, I don't know if anybody knows how to swipe right, but I suspect some people do, but we've made it as easy as you can just swipe right. It queues up everything. When relationships have dropped, it's noticed, it's written the message. You can edit if you want to, or you can just swipe and it will send. And it learns from you. It sounds like you, it learns from you, and it adopts your style and your goals. So we really just have two asks. We're looking for more large customers. We have some amazing ones right now. We want large customers, and we want select investors. So we did an institutional round a year ago, and now we start to get some interest from heads of some of the biggest law firms or influential rainmakers, and we'd like to have some of those people as investors. So we're going to be doing a round near last year's round just to try to get some of these influential people in. So lots of great people have already signed up as customers, people like Mintz-Levin, Denton's, Fenwick & West, and a bunch of others. So we hope to add you guys to the list. Here's my contact information. I encourage you guys to come get a demo because it's really hard to do all this in 6 minutes. But if anybody would love to see it, anybody from law firms to investors, we have investors actually using the platform, then yeah, come see us or hit me up on LinkedIn. Thank you.